Mappa senior officials need to let those people see their families because those animators have got to be working 25-hour days.
They'll get home, okay? We have FaceTime.
Yeah, but then they
can see their families from work.
As soon as Jujutsu Kaisen's over, they got to roll into another anime, or they have another.
Chainsaw Man's got to come back.
That's coming
out.
back around too. Denji and the boys.
Yeah, Denji and the boys.
Whenever an anime studio was trying to create shonen, the genre in which we watch a lot of shows,
and which I seem to enjoy,
there is a concoction that you have to do in the lab between pacing, plot development, character arcs, relationships, fight scenes, power-ups, animation style. There's so many things that go into this pot that makes shonen, and whatever the recipe that Jujutsu Kaisen has is the recipe for shonen. I can't say enough about not only these 3 episodes, where it feels like we have more development in 3 episodes of this show than some. I mean, maybe
Vinland
one whole
Saga season 2,
Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer,
but
season 3.
Well, because Vinland Saga is not a shonen,
Sure.
so it's a different genre.
Sorry, I just lumped it in with anime that I fell asleep watching.
Yeah,
I beg your pardon?
it's a different genre. But whatever the concoction is in the lab for this shonen, to me, it's number 1. Like, this is the shonen.
There is nothing right now, because I was going to say, because part of me wanted to bring us into this episode, but
it was just so good.
I don't know.
It was so good.
At this point, with it, will anything beat Jujutsu Kaisen from here on out? Like, this is by far and above my favorite one that we've watched, period.
These group of 3?
Well, this show in general,
okay,
but
gotcha.
this group of 3, like, because I told you watch it week to week and you edge yourself. I watch it all in one chunk, and let me tell you,
I can't imagine how good that was.
it is. Because the episodes are 23 minutes. Let's get that out.
A long one.
When I watch 60 minutes of straight
Yeah.
combat, it was just like, that's why, like, when we had sat down, you were asking me like, oh, well, what episode did that? Don't know. It was one chunk to me.
Yeah.
So it was a continuous story, because I'll watch the intro in the first one, and then, like, just like Demon Slayer the movie did, just cut out the intros. I just
keep on rolling.
I speed through it and get to the next one. And these fight scenes were beautiful. I think, like, this
Incredible.
showed the power struggle of the sorcerers. Like, they're going to have problems, because these are just the tip of the iceberg. But you had, like, the you're better with the names, but the octopus man
Dagon?
changed his entire form to some soft, cuddly thing.
I was looking forward to seeing, for the whole 2 seasons, he's just been... okay? And I'm like, I know he rolls with...
some badass motherfuckers.
Hanami.
Yeah.
And...
Jogo
and...
Ghetto himself. Like,
Geto,
they're
and
all
so I'm like,
there.
we have not seen a single representation of what this thing can do.
Nope.
And then I'm like, okay. I sat back and I was like, now, make him likable.
There he is.
Took 5 minutes. And the fact that, like, the old Zenin guy, and I forget his name.
The
who
one
did,
that
like,
lost
the
his arm?
frames per second thing.
Which was so fucking cool, man. Like,
When he was trying to explain frames per second in, like, 4K, and Dagon is literally like, no, you killed my friend. And as a curse, the only thing he's fighting for is his friends.
because he was very, like, he's almost, like, too nice to be there.
I love the fact that for a curse, just like Hanami, when you're rolling around with Mahito and Geto, these 2, like, bad...
The top of the top.
They mean, like, bad news. Like,
They're out
they
for bad.
want terrible things.
Yes.
And here's Dagon, which he fights for the ocean and his friends, just like Hanami fought for Earth.
Plants and
plants.
Right.
I like when they make you feel some kind of way about not wanting bad things to happen to who you're supposed to be rooting against. And Dagon, to me, was a great character. That fight scene... A lot of people said that fight scene was not animated very well.
The one at the end,
The last
like the actual where, like,
When they were in
Megami
his-
shows up,
when they were in his domain expansion,
which
was the beach.
I mean, at the end of the day, like,
Who?
yeah,
cares?
I took it as like
Who cares?
what was actually happening was by far more entertaining what was being animated, because, like, the
That's a good way
idea,
to
it was
put
a
it.
lot.
If we
it was
got
just
the
a lot
same
to
level of
animate.
animation that we got with Choso and Yuji fight,
Right.
which, by the way, I think single-handedly is evolving the way the anime can be made.
Talking about, like, the water fight scene with the
that episode
yeah.
was one of the best animated things I have ever seen in my life.
And let me tell you, I didn't even
And
know.
it didn't stop.
I forgot that was his power. Like, you could put him. I recognized him, but I was
Yeah.
like, I couldn't tell you what he did. But each person we saw in all these episodes, whether it was one sorcerers we knew or like ones that were newly, like the old man, like their powers, like what they can specifically do, is so cool.
It is, yeah.
Like I think his blood manipulation was awesome. Like, and the way that Mechamaru beat it.
Yeah. With the
Like,
water and how it
You
coagulates.
had to put some thought into this,
Yeah.
and like that just shows so much to this
Commitment to the story.
Yes, like
Yeah.
it wants to basically, because I'm sure the manga's great. You're animating that, so we've seen shows that have trouble bridging the gap between book and show.
This ain't
And
one of them.
I'm assuming they're just knocking it out of the park.
Yeah, this
because
is one
I
of them.
think this is, everything we see, like every fight, and you just want more and you want more, and like you're seeing your favorite sorcerers and Yuji not winning.
Yeah.
Like these people are.
I appreciated so much
Yeah.
that Yuji got his ass whipped.
Yep.
And first of all, got taken away by somebody, and went somewhere. And by the way, we haven't even talked about the story revelations. Okay, wait. I'm sorry. Yuji is or is not Choso's brother?
God, you got that feeling too?
No. They said it.
Okay.
It was an image. I don't know that in the moment that Choso went to go finish Yuji, if he touched Sukuna's soul, and Sukuna, by trying to live up to the pact and not coming out like he told Yuji he wouldn't do, imprinted a memory in Choso's brain that never existed, because it did say a memory that never
It did,
existed.
correct. Yes.
But I don't know if that means it never actually existed or it never existed to him to that point. Because I could totally see the backstory. It was like I was putting pieces to the puzzle together while it was happening. I was like, oh my God, the grandfather that was like supposed to watch over Yuji when he died in the very beginning of the show, your parents that died tragically that never had it explained, that you could convince me that there is an actual plot line of how Yuji actually is one of the cursed finger paintings. And he is just like Choso and the two brothers that he killed at the end of season 1 with Nabaru.
Right.
Daddy Nanami that came that everyone, had sexual desires for when he just went ham.
No, I'm just like, that was, he went from here to my favorite motherfucker in this show.
Yeah, he's so bad.
Because he just really,
You saw the emotion. Like,
Yep.
he's not doing this. He hates his job. He hates when his friends have
Obviously.
to die. He hates that
Yeah.
he has to do this. And the level of emotion that he went through in these 3 episode arc was truly remarkable. You could tell that it really got to him that Gojo's sealed. And
Right.
he's like, okay, now I have to be going in overtime.
he has to step up and be, because
Going
all
overtime.
all the level 1s are going to be like, they're the new, hey, what's going on?
And he saved Nabaro's life.
And
you
which I
saw-
like that whole fight too. That was
I
pretty
did too.
cool.
And you saw that she said, oh, that's a grade 1. I am not there yet. And I love how the heavy hitters are showing just how capable they are.
When
and now,
you haven't seen that up till now.
what was one of the things we saw in Hidden Inventory when they went in the beginning, like the prequel to season 2? Remember the backstory between Geto and Gojo?
Yeah.
We were like, damn it, we don't get Toji because he died.
Yep.
And here he is. He's back. And literally, I laughed out loud.
And I
When he killed the
honestly think
grandmother,
he is
I
a
laughed out loud. Okay?
That was just such a tragic scene.
I wanted it animated, actually. I wanted to see it.
Right, like if her head just
Just
getting clear,
bang.
whopped off.
Oh,
But like,
yeah.
here's the thing. He's back in body and soul.
Not only is he back, he's in the same frame with Megumi.
I thought Megami was going up there and was going to like, but he went to the other and helped like dig on and stuff like that. But like,
Yeah.
I was ready for him to meet his father and just
Here
like
it is.
shit break, because now
Did
so
you see the way he looked when he came to the domain expansion? Toji, I mean. I had to pause it because it was only for like 2 seconds. You saw he looked like he was high, like Gojo looked when he killed him. Remember when he figured out purple and
Yes,
he knew he
yes.
couldn't lose, and his eyes looked like he was high and he was laughing hysterically? The same energy Toji just came to Dagon's domain expansion with. So, and they referred to him as like the man who walked away from it all, and his overwhelming intensity is like how he's described in that scene.
I mean, he is.
I might have butchered the first part of that, but
He's going to be a problem
I can't wait.
because you have the
to see what
sorcerers
happens.
and you have the curses.
And
Okay?
then there's Toji.
And then there's Toji,
doesn't
who's
do
going to
this.
kill them all.
Yeah.
And who's probably quite capable of doing such a thing.
Yeah.
So, like, where do you go with that?
There was a frame. I don't remember if it was in these 3 episodes. I think it was. It was a flashback. There was one still. And it was Toji looking extremely happy holding his son, Megumi. like a genuine father-son
I don't recall
reaction.
that, but it could have been.
And what the fuck happened with the Zenin clan, and why is he who he is, and Megumi's relationship to him, and how that dynamic is going to build. Where's Yuji? Where the fuck? My number one question after all 3 of these episodes is, where the fuck is Yuta?
Right, I know you're
Where's
really
Yuta?
wanting them to come in and...
I actually thought Yuta was going to be Toji, who came through. If someone else, I was like, I actually thought the first instance it happened, and you know how they do like the split screen of everyone's eyes that go,
Yeah.
what the fuck's happening? I thought it was Yuta coming through, and I was like, oh my god, it's Yuta finally.
I mean, are you disappointed?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
Right.
It's like, who was 1A who I wanted to see? Oh yeah, there he is.
The
Toji.
guy who we thought we lost in the first 5.
I am so happy to see his character arc continue, and he's not actually gone.
Nope. And it's not some just guy taking over his body or taking
Yeah.
over that kind of stuff. You're actually
Which was a
the full
question I
effect.
had.
Yeah.
That I had answered. No. He actually overpowered the body. His soul overpowered the body.
They thought this was a good idea.
Yeah, Grandma fucked up. Yeah.
Grandma got the whole family killed. Well, I guess the bald old man's still on
Which is
the
also
streets,
another
but
good fight.
it's
of the last 3.
these last 3 episodes have just blown me away. This show is just fantastic.
What a season 2.
I-
Between the prequel season and these episodes.
Yeah, I didn't think I would have appreciated, like, obviously I like the non-first 5 better. You know what I mean? But, like, the first 5 were necessary to build that relationship of, like, what happened to Ghetto.
Yep.
And
It fleshes out their characters.
yeah, I don't know what more I could ask out of this TV show, this anime, than, like, what we're getting right every
now.
week. You
Right
know what
now.
I mean? Like,
And it's like all gas. Every episode we were like, okay, now we're gonna have somebody's memories, and we're gonna go
Nope.
back in time, and we're gonna have a slow episode, and the season's gonna, even though it's been like this the whole time, we're gonna get a dip. It's just all gas.
Yuji's almost dead.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of issues going on. You're seeing level 1s or grade 1 sorcerers struggle. Which
It was a
is
struggle.
impressive.
They're
Right.
dying.
Yeah.
And I still think, honestly, in my heart of hearts, I think Nanami is going to die.
I don't think so.
I hope not. I really hope I'm wrong, but I think
We could lose the old man.
I actually think a lot of people are going to die.
We could lose the old man. His ability's neat.
If Maki dies, I'll
theoretically-
get very upset.
Yeah.
Who's in the domain expansion as
Right,
well.
right.
Who's holding her fucking own, by the way.
Yeah.
For being the only one there that's not like a certified badass.
And looking damn good as she does it.
Yeah, she's doing a good job. And
Yeah.
then when fucking Megami came in and threw her nunchucks to her, she was like, finally, now I can fight. Like,
Yep.
oh man, it just.
And, like, he just comes up like some god through the portal.
You know, you claim my fanboy a lot.
Yeah.
I'm fanboying over this. Like these
But
last
that's
3.
just well worth it.
Oh yeah, this is where I'm like,
This is the best fanboy
I am
edition.
fanboying over Jujutsu Kaisen,
sure. Mm.
and it's for a great reason because it's just like every episode peak.
Yeah.
Peak. Oh, this is the best one. No, that
Something
was
I
the best
care
one.
about
No, that was
happens
the
in
best
every
one.
episode. Something
Yeah.
I wanted to see.
And I have no reason to feel like the Shibuya incident isn't going to keep going with impactful episode
Well,
after impactful episode.
Mei is at Ghetto.
Yeah.
She worked her way there. Her little
Yeah, that's a fight coming up.
the ability that her little sidekick has is pretty cool.
To give his life.
Yeah.
But to activate his ability.
Yeah, he has to sacrifice
That
his
whole
life.
fight she
the
had-
whole crow thing she deals
Man.
with, or the ravens.
Right. There's so much that happens we almost can't even
Yeah.
fit it in
No,
a whole episode.
nope.
It's like, oh yeah, this happened. Oh yeah, that happened.
Talking about it, we missed a good chunk, but like
And by the
I'm
way,
sure.
I've watched these last 3 leading up to this, like I think 4 or 5 times a piece. I just can't stop watching it.
It's a good show.
My God, MAPPA senior officials need to let those people see their families because those animators
At
have got to
the
be
end of the
working
season,
25-hour days.
They'll get home. Okay.
Yeah,
we have FaceTime.
Yeah, but then they
can
have
see
to
their
do?
families
As
from
soon as-
work.
As soon as Jujutsu Kaisen's over, they got to roll into another anime, or they have another.
Chainsaw Man's gotta come
that's
back
coming
out.
back around too. Denji and the boys.
Yeah. Denji and the boys.
I can't say enough about Jujutsu Kaisen. I know we're
it's
not
just-
saying anything profound. It's like we're saying the good thing's good, and sometimes
Right. I mean, yeah, we're not changing lives here.
no, but sometimes
expectations.
it is cool to just sit back and just appreciate something that you really like being just also incredible at the same time.
Because, like, I think when you think about that, like, I love Demon Slayer. Season 3 let me down. Like, at the end
it
of the
wasn't
day,
bad.
it was not bad by any means.
but as far
It
as
let me
shonen
down.
go, this is a better recipe to me.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
this Jujutsu
Demon Slayer's
Kaisen
good.
figured out. Right.
It's good.
Demon Slayer's beautiful.
It is very beautiful.
Can you imagine taking Jujutsu Kaisen with that kind of animation?
I mean, I still think that it's on par to me.
Eh.
Maybe UFO Table gets like the slight nod
Yeah,
over
they get
Mappa, but Mappa to me right now is hitting banger after banger,
Yeah.
show after show, repeatedly without breaks. And then it's obvious that they put so much time and energy into the Yuji fight in these last 3. I'm
Rightfully
telling you,
so.
It is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen animated. The neon lighting, the water, the camera angles that kept, like where they blended CG with it, but it looked beautiful at the same time. Incredible. I don't know what else to say about like this season, Jujutsu Kaisen as a whole, as a show, but
and we got
this
more.
is some S-ish type shit right now. Buddy.
You know what? I think right now I'm agreeing with you.
Yeah, that's some S-ish type.
They'd have to really shit the bed to get below an S at this point.
And if the manga community is anything to go by, and usually it's a good representation of what to expect, it just keeps going.
Okay.
This whole arc, it just keeps going.
Can't wait.
And I really think at the end of it, we're left with a lot of dead bodies.
Oh yeah,
That's
I think
my prediction.
you're going to make it. Things are going to happen.
Good people that like characters that we like.
But they did it for a reason.
Yeah.
Obviously, we have to get.
So that was the latest 3 episodes of Jujutsu Kaisen.
Right now, that is peak.
Yeah, it's peak. Yeah,
So
Jujutsu Kaisen is peak shonen.
Yep.
Period.
And then next 3, even better.
We'll see you guys for the next set of 3.